doctors? What did you guys learn in the sort of couple week span between whenever Clint had to go out and the decision to have him return today?
Clint's been undergoing evaluation for an irregular heartbeat. He has had a procedure to address some of the issues associated with that. We are not at liberty to disclose anything further from a medical perspective. I will add that we are cautiously optimistic that he could return to play this season. But to be clear, he's been cleared to return to training, to exercise, but he has not been medically cleared to play yet. We don't have a timetable for that, and we won't, because we're going to prioritize his health. And when Clint feels better and the doctors feel that it's safe, then we will consider his return to play. And as I said, cautiously optimistic it'll be this season.
Like you said, somewhat hamstrung by the medical details and everything else, but what can you tell us about the procedure?
There's nothing I can add about the procedure, unfortunately.
Thinking that Clint won't be with the team, you think that the depth is there to perhaps try to work back into those fantastic 3 games that Schmitzer had when he first took leadership of the team?
We have to return to form, and that's going to take everybody. And it's not a Clint thing or a Ladero thing or a Morris thing or a Valdez thing. It's a team thing. And, again, these guys have a lot of pride, and they're going to give it their all. And I don't think we've played poorly the last couple games by any means. We've not been shut out a single time. We've scored multiple goals a couple times since Clint went out. So I think we're eminently capable of continuing to win games, and we're focused on the Vancouver one. And we can all look at the odds and the predictions and what are our chances and all that stuff. And it comes down to, can you beat Vancouver at home? And if you can do that, then you got a better chance you did the week before. And if you win the one after that, then you get a better chance again. So this team is eminently capable of reaching the playoffs, and we're going to do everything we can to ensure that we do.
Coach mentioned that he was going to tell the team on Monday night that Clint was coming back. What was the reaction of some of the players when they found out that news?
I was not in the room when Coach Schmitzer talked to the players, but you can ask him about that. Okay. But I have no doubt, just having watched interactions out here, that it was really positive and happy. As you can imagine, your teammate has a potential issue, and he comes back and looks good, and is jogging around next to you. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And Clint's a really good player, and he's been really positive about this. And again, I think it gives the whole group a lift to have him back with the group. And who knows, maybe we even get him back on the field.
Cleared to return to practice but not to play. So what's the next step here? Does he have to undergo further tests to make that next step, or what's kind of the rest of this process look like?
We have a protocol to kind of bring him back and allow him to begin exercising in a safe manner, and we'll follow the protocol, and we will adjust, consult constantly with the doctors and consult with Clint, and it'll be a work in progress, Matt, is the best answer I can give you.
Do you have any kind of even rough timetable on when that might be clarified?
We do not. And look, one of the important things here is when you have a medical condition like this, is you don't want to put false pressure on a return. You can't just say Clint's important to us. You have to mean it. And if you mean it, then that means that Clint's health comes first, and that means that there is no timetable by definition, right? Because you have to wait and see if or when Clint is healthy and ready to come back to a full return.
Have you had much of an interaction with him about anything, and how does he seem to you, if so?
I've not talked extensively with Clint. He's talked a lot more with the coaching staff and with his teammates, and again, that's normal. GMs are not in the locker room day to day. Or at least I should say, I shouldn't generalize, but I am not in the locker room day to day. But again, Clint seemed real positive and cheerful, and you guys saw him out here jogging and working, and has had a good attitude, and I think he's excited to come back, and if he's able to get on the field again at some point, we obviously would be excited. But I should stress too, it is really exciting that it looks like we're cautiously optimistic he's going to be okay, and that's really important, and it's really important for the rest of his life, and those are really good things. So do we feel good? Does he feel good? Yeah, there's a lot of positive, good feelings around his return to the practice field.
When exactly did he return back to Seattle from the East Coast?
I think it was Monday night, right? Yeah, he flew back Monday night.
So with this procedure, is it just sort of a see if something takes? Is that kind of what the waiting process is now? Does he maybe have to wait and see if he has to do anything else? Is that kind of your guys' waiting game here?
Unfortunately, Matt, I'm not able to disclose anything for medical privacy reasons as to the procedure or what went on or what's going to happen next. Or, again, we just have to wait and see if things go the way we hope that they do and Clint recovers.
Sure.
beyond cautiously optimistic that he might return this season, would you say there's a relative degree of certainty that he'll play next year?
Again, you can't do one without the other, right? I mean, so if we're cautiously optimistic he's going to return this year, I think it follows we're cautiously optimistic he'll play next year. But until he is medically cleared to play, to be clear, mine is not a medical judgment. It's an optimistic outlook, and one that is based on what we've seen so far. But we'll see. Again, it's going to come down to Clint's health and what's good for him, and what the doctors tell us, and we're going to all work together and proceed in a safe manner. And if we can safely return him to play, we will. And I think he wants to, and I think we want to, and so we'll have to let it play out now.